Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the GWE100. It's the Tier 10 German SPG. This one's located on the west spawn or stroke north spawn of Malinovka, and it's under the command of Photobomber of FUN2. And he's finally got his account back. Yes! Game on! Well, it's based on the Entwicklung tank, the E100, which was supposed to be a 100-ton tank, but never got actually into production, although some people do say that the E100 was in production at the point at which the war ended, and all they made was one hull. But of course, that would mean then the mouse was in production, because they produced two hulls for the mouse, and no, it wasn't. It was still in prototype stage. Okay, it's got a 21 centimeter howitzer capable of 900 alpha, 53 millimeters per pen, 11.4 meters on the burst radius, and 12.5 to 31 seconds of stun. Oh, look at that. That's a lovely target. It's an FV4005 Heshbarn. He's 5-1 in. If that had connected, that would have been lovely, because of course 21 centimeter shell meets very few millimeters of armor on the turret, and you get yourself a penetration. And he's backing himself in. You can see his teammates are T92 HMC, and it's not a good idea for two Artys to be too close together, mainly down to the fact that it's much easier to spot two traces than it is to spot one, and a lot of people forget that. Okay, aiming for the top of the hill, because after all, this game is really all about getting control of the hill. I know others say, well, yes, but you can skirt across the middle of the battlefield and attack the cap that way, but that doesn't seem a very successful way of conducting the battle, because it weakens the troops that go up to the top of the hill. Enemy tanks have been seen, and they're on the reverse slope, but here we've got someone, an AE Praise 1 Tier 9 American Heavy. Rounds out. Good first shot. 220. That's a non-penetration. There's another one coming up the hill, 60 TP. The standard reload, 37.39 seconds. You can see here that Photobomber's got it down to 30.64. Okay, with another Entwicklung tank at E50 this time. Almost loaded. Here we go. Rounds out. Looks good. Oh, RNG was very unkind with that one, because that totally missed the target, even though he actually had it perfectly on the spot. Let's hope that that's the single stray shell from the game. Okay, 60 TP is taking damage. We're only seconds away from firing a round in. The E100 actually has a load of 30 shells, so plenty of ammo to play with. Lined up, rounds out, and well, it did hit the front of the vehicle, but only a critical hit, so I suspect it only damaged the tracks. Got rid of his stun fairly quickly as well. Okay, the AMX M451 is almost asking for it, although we've lost sight of it because our guys have pulled back down. In fact, there's a Progetto 65, the Tier 10 medium tank, who've actually rather cheekily come onto that lower level, and he's shooting our teammates. Oh, that was good. He hit the E50 and he got the E5, I should say, and the Progetto 65 at the same time. Put the shell between the two. But unfortunately, we've lost another tank, an Object Treble 7-2. But the scores are still even. I don't think that E5 is... Yeah, the wreck's moving. I don't think he's gone away. I don't think the Progetto's gone away either. Yes, there's... Oh, the 60 TP's come down to this level as well. Okay, let's see. Rounds out. Yes, he did get a hit, even though the shell appeared to go through the hill to reach the target. I think that was just that the shell couldn't work out exactly how it was going to get to the target. Okay, he's backing up, changing position again. Tier 10 game with tier 9 tanks in it. Okay, there's the 60 TP, the M451. Where's that FUN2 and the Progetto? Okay. Fires one in, tries to get both. I can't tell if that did any damage at all, really, because it seemed to fall short. It very much looks to me like the enemy has won the hill and our guys are backed off. But that doesn't necessarily mean they've won the war, because as it happens, tanks can wear themselves to pieces trying to get down because of that gap between the forest and the top of the hill. And the 60 TPs decided to go down the gap to try and get between. So he's actually slid down the slope and he's trying to come up in the ground pressure. That hit the turret, I think. 350, a useful shot. And of course, because he's stunned, we're now picking up stun assist. There's the Progetto. Now, it'd be nice if we could put a shell into him as well. Almost loaded. Looks like the Progetto's going into the dip. Our guys are not being very clever there. They're all grouping together. That just makes them a better target. And it looks like one of the enemy Arty, I think it's probably the Batchat 155-58, has gone to the top of the hill. And the reason I say that is because the tracer's coming from the hill. I don't think the Conqueror gun carriage can actually get up there in time. So I'm guessing it is the Batchat that's up the hill, firing 3 rounds down. Okay, there's the AMX M451. He's a one-shot now, so we can take him out if we can get this one on target. When he's guessing where he is, rounds out. Oh, he did get him! But he didn't... No, he didn't get the kill because his teammate in the T92 got there before him. A fraction of a second, pick in the T92 got his shell in about a split second before our shell arrived, and unfortunately on this occasion Photobomber I should say, was actually denied. Yep, you can definitely see the tracers coming out right up in the corner of the map. The northeast corner, right in the corner, behind the trees. There's the tracer. You can see it coming out. So one of the enemy Artys is up there. Now we're loaded, but Photobomber doesn't appear to be paying attention. I think he's actually looking up the hill. He's got a bit of tunnel vision on at the moment. With 3 down on the enemy. That's bad. Progetto's definitely in that dip, so he can come up and sit in those bushes without being spotted. And now we've got a Leopard prototype crossing the field to have a go at our Object 268. Yes, he's still watching the hill, although we've got nobody watching beyond the bushes. When nobody's actually watching beyond the bushes, you've got nobody spotting for you. The enemy could be marching directly before your screen and you wouldn't know anything about it. So you have to remember, look for where your teammates are, because can they see the enemy? If they can't see the enemy, you're better off looking elsewhere to shoot. And the Heshbon suddenly appeared in the south. Oh, he saw that. He definitely saw that because he wants the Heshbon. And he's still full health, 1,800 hit points. Now, if we can get a direct hit on him, that's going to really ruin his day. Oh, that did hit him. And it hit high, so I suspect that might have hit the turret. If it hits the turret, it definitely will be a pen. And he's really going to get hurt by that because it's a 900 alpha. So, yeah, that will really ruin his day. We'll have to watch out next time we see him, remembering that 1,800 hit points. Oh, look, he's missing half of it. He was hit. And he's just been hit again and penned again. 2 pens. Second shot was 861. That's a low roll on the pen, but he definitely hit it. Now we've got a leopard fairly close. That's why he knocked the tree down, which does give his position away to the enemy Arty. But the fact is, we need to get rid of that leopard, and he has gone. The 780 got him instead. That's really good news about the Heshbon. They'd have 2 of them on the enemy team. They also have a Progetto 65, and that's I think that's the same one that was up the hill. And he's now on the west side of the map, and he's got to cross past the cap to get to us. Ideally, we want the Leopard 1 to spot for us, get to the edge of the forest and have a quick look. I don't think that Progetto is on the east side of the map anymore. I think he's come north looking for us, looking for the rest of our team for that matter. We've only got 6 left on our team, but the enemy team, well, they still have 8 players. Okay, we're right on the edge of the water. He doesn't want to fall in at all, not if he can help it. Okay, looking where the Progetto should be, but I don't think he'll be there. I think he's actually probably moved up by now. I know the Leopard 1 does have a very good view range, so the Leopard 1 should be able to spot him if he's come across the field, but there are undulations in the ground there. And the ground slightly between the cap and the river is actually slightly higher, so it's possible that the Progetto will have moved up without getting spotted. He might want to test that bush with a shot, though, just in case. Having a look up the hill. The Waffenträger auf Panzer IV is looking in that general direction. You can see he's got a clear line of sight from the bushes all the way to the top of the hill. We know the Batchat's up there, but he's not tried to come down yet. Or at least he was last seen in the corner. Haven't seen any traces since, but I don't expect him to move now that he's got to that position, even though he must guess that we've located where he is. And here comes the AE phase 1. Okay, so we can put a round into him, line it up, work out where he's going. That's about right. And good hit. 8 hit points. He's a one-shot now. And he's taken out of the game. And he's taken out by the Object 780 on our team. But I'm afraid the enemy Waffenträger killed our Waffenträger. And that's bad news. So we're still just keeping pace with the enemy. And you can see we're right on the edge of this water. Don't want to fall in. Okay, loaded again. That means we've got no lookout to the north, to the east of us now. Nobody looking out to see if the enemy's coming down the hill. Ideally, the Jaeger should move up there. He's very close to us. He's not doing himself any favors by being where he is. And there's the 2-minute mark. This could still be anyone's battle. The enemy does have an advantage, though. There's the Heshbon. He's near the rock. And he goes down to the Leopard 1. That was the Heshbon that took most of the damage from the 2 penetrating shots. The enemy's just testing the water as to where we are. I don't think he knows where we are. He's just firing rounds in, trying to hit any tank that's looking for guys coming down the hill. And we didn't see that AE phase 1 until he was very, very close. Okay, the Batchat's gone all the way around the map, right the way from the top, and he came down the east side of the map, and now he's on the west side, and the Leopard 1 makes short work of him, but the Progetto's moved up. Now, can we hit this Progetto? Lining up the shot, trying to work out his course. It's going to be on the fly. He fires in. Oh, he got him! He wiped him out! He got a hit as he was on the move at full speed, trying to kill the Leopard. But we've saved the Leopard's life, and now the enemy is suffering. They've only got 1 less tank than we've got. And here comes the E50, or E50. Now, we're almost loaded, but he does go down to the Jaeger. Now there's only 3 enemies left with 30 seconds left on the clock. We knock a tree down, but there is that Heshbon. Now, can we get a shot into him? He's getting very close to us. Okay, this is going to be interesting. There's the Hesh bomb. 14 seconds left. Oh, that he waited a little while there. The reticule bloomed. 6 seconds left. Oh, we hit the turret! And it's another penetrating shot. But we're going to run out of time, and that's the end of the game. Well, here's the end of battle stats, and that was the second-class tanker for Photobomber of FUN2 in the GWE-100. He managed to get a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 14, and he got a Gauze medal for doing more damage, exceeding 8 times the hit points of his own vehicle. His win rate from the game, 4,486, which is Super Unicum standard, but sadly they weren't able to kill all the enemy in time. But they did have fun in that game. In fact, it says top damage overall, 4 penetrating shots. Let's have a look at team score. Oh, he did get the highest damage, 4,929 hit points of damage. No high caliber because it wasn't 20% of the enemy hit pool. Second highest damage, the FUN2 got 4,481 hit points. And the third highest damage went to the Object 780, who got 3,280 hit points of damage. When it came to kills, it's actually the Leopard 1 who comes out on top there. He managed to pick up a Pascucci's medal, so he got both enemy Arty in the game. He got 4 kills. 2 kills went to the Object 780 and our T92 HMC colleague, Pick, and also to the FUN2 and the Waffenträger auf Panzer IV and the Progetto 65 on the enemy team. And we can see that Photobomber only got the 1 kill in the game, and that was that kill of the Progetto 65 on the move, a blind kill as well. So he anticipated exactly how far the enemy tank would travel, loaded that in to dial ahead of the target, in fact, fire ahead of the target, lead on his target, and wipe him out. The next highest on base XP, we can see, well, unfortunately, because it was a drawn game, he will get a bonus on his courageous resistance, but sadly, we don't get the win on this one. Leopard 1 picked up 640 base XP, and in second place, it was the FUN2 with 550, and we were in third place, or rather, Photobomber was in third place with 496. So he got the top on one column and missed out on the other 2. 14 shots fired, so still had plenty of ammunition. 9 direct hits on the enemy, 4 penetrating shots, and 9 splash. Well, I think we know 2 of those penetrations because they had to be the same tank, because the Heshbon did take 2 hits, 2 massive hits. In fact, actually, yes, there it is. 2 penetrations, 1,662 hit points of damage. So he touched the turret twice and it went through. He actually took out the track, the commander, the gunner, the loader. He lost virtually all of his crew. The shell must have hit the turret and wiped out those modules straight away. It was 2 hits on the guy. The other Heshbond, well, he did touch him as well. 1,150, and that went through his turret as well. And the Progetto was the other one that he actually managed to hit on the move and get a penetrating shot on him. Progettos don't have much in the way of armor. All the other tanks shown here have armor, but the Progetto relatively thin because it's a medium tank. And so he was able to penetrate that guy and take him out before he could attack the Leopard. Going back to the detail, we can see he also got 9 splashes, damage of 4,929, and he received 3,822 were at more than 300 meters. So there was some close range shooting. 6 enemy vehicles damaged, 1 kill. So he missed out on getting the Confederate, I'm afraid, on this occasion. Yes, because he actually had 1 kill too many in order to get the Confederate medal. 208 hit points of damage assistance and 1,073 hit points of stun assist off 13 stuns. So combined damage 6k altogether. On a premium count, he actually earned 76,306 credits from that game. And yes, he did get the courageous resistance thing to bump his score up to that of the winning team, because, of course, he did so well in getting a medal. He got 5 bonds because it was tier 10, and he also got 2,436 experience points, yet again getting the courageous resistance. So, yes, overall, a great game. The Sheridan picked up patrol duty, the Yaeru got a Spartan, the Leopard on the enemy team got a patrol duty, and their Conqueror gun carriage got a Confederate. Now, just check to see, what did he get? 7 and 0. So he didn't miss out by 1 kill. He actually missed out by 2 vehicles being touched. So he would have needed to get 2 more rounds out on tanks that he hadn't touched before if he was to get the medal. So yes, he did miss out a bit, but the looks like the Conqueror gun carriage on the enemy team wasn't that much of a player. He wasn't a experienced player, even though he's got a CGC, because obviously he wasn't getting that much in the way of damage. In fact, you can see that the Batchat 155-58 did much more damage, and he did get a kill in that game as well. So he was probably a much more experienced player in the end. So I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.